And what's up? If you're just joining for the archive or for live, thank you very much for being here and checking this out. Today I am going to be actually going through trying to hunt as many animals, at least one of each animal, that I can. This is for research, and this is for research for my sheets, and once I'm done with this, I'm almost done with the entire update for the sheets. I've got one other sheet to update with this information, and then I have to do the hunt plans, which I do not have to play the game to do, and then I have to do one or two other things, but mainly just the loadouts, and then basically from there, basically from the loadouts, I'm just going straight into the website itself to finish it up. And then I will have to get a... Why is this saying I've never been here? I will have to get a map made, so I have to finish up a lot of stuff. So I would just make a map off of PlayStation, but no, I did not buy this on PlayStation. I'd like to, but that's what I'm looking for. Bad sir, how are you doing today? It's always a good day when the bad man is here. They have changed this. This is not what this used to look like. So basically, before I can do the maps, I've got to go on hunting sprees. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the wheel, and then I'm going to go through, and whatever animal pops up, I'm going to use that animal to make money. Basically how I'm going to go about it. So, all right. Well, there's some right there. All right. I'll have to go get a roe deer too, so I can't remember if 77 is max weight or 82 is max weight, and 77 is max weight, so he'd have to be an 81.8, I think. So anything that's on Hirschfelden is fair game. Basically anything on Hirschfelden is fair game. I don't have to get a goose. Unfortunately, I don't know. I do not know if I'll be able to do the goals today. What is that? Hold on. All right. Trying to get my aunt's attention. So I can tell if she has her tablets on because it actually shows me. If I try to go to my network, it shows me that she's on. Okay, let's look here. I'm trying to figure out where. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got you. There we go. So on this map, wait a minute, then. All right, give me a minute, y'all. We've got a problem. This is saying that there is... What? All right. If I happen to see anything... Oh, there it is. Okay. We got him down too, or her down, so that's good. We just got a boar. Oh, wow. Actually, okay. That's cool. All right, let me create a thing over here. So there was actually a... There was actually a... another computer on our network. I'm going to have to look into that. Okay. All right, wait a minute. Here's our boar. Oh my gosh. Look at that. A double lung heart shot. A level 1 brown, but look at that shot. Oh my gosh. Wow. Nice. Okay. So the bison was over here, I'm assuming. I'm hoping to find the roe deer. So when I woke up, Mr. Tipper had a haircut. He don't even look like him fuzzy self. Fuzzy Wuzzy's no longer fuzzy at all. Well, our bison is right there. You know what? I did not even look at the boar. So it's back on the list. That sucks. European bison. 63.2. That's right. And then they have changed this one to 0.4. All right. So the bison is done. Well, that just stinks. That was a perfect opportunity, and I just forgot what I was doing. All right. We can do a roe deer right here, maybe. I would rather have a boar than a roe deer, but we'll have to see. I have to look up something. Okay. I think what was going on was where she had her tablet on, it was connected to the network, and it was just showing it to me. I don't think it was actually her on it. So I got pretty good at finding stuff, like zones and stuff. So, and like the zone times and all of that stuff. But I wanted to, I got good at finding like where bigger animals were just by watching and stuff. And all right. I know I heard something, but I have no clue what it was. So there's a roe deer around here somewhere. I unfortunately did not get the actual, I didn't get a visual of where it called from, so Hyperion. Now that you can switch scopes that way that easily, I'm going to start trying to take more sights with me. It changes the whole way that you can play the game, to be very honest. I seriously may just use the 300 or the M1 to take down stuff quickly as well. Okay. I do not actually see it coming through. So the reason I want to get these on Hirschfelden instead of another map is so that I can completely know that everything that I have actually picked up is... Where's it at? It's out this way. Anyway, I'll know because it's at the... It goes in a specific order on my list. There's two of them. There's one in this direction, and then there's one over there somewhere. Maybe he ran from my smell or something, but no, he's... Wait, there. Okay, there she is. 59 yards out. go ahead and put 2 in her. All right, we gotta get out of this area. And there we go. All right. I'm going to go up this way and just... We'll see. So that's the roe deer. I wish I had actually looked at that darn boar. So we need a wild boar, a red deer, a red fox, and a Euro rabbit. Everything else we've already got off of this map. Everything else that's on this map we do have, I should say. Alright, so we are now looking for a wild boar. It is 9:30 something, so they are resting. Red deer should be drinking right now. We'll see if there's anything here at this lake. Red fox are resting right now as well. I truly hate hunting red fox. They are one of the hardest species in the game to hunt. So, I don't know if this is how it works here on this game or not, but if it's because of this, but I have found out that there is potentially a problem, or potentially what the problem is with playing with a controller here on the PC. So if you play with a PlayStation 4 controller, and I think a PS5 controller maybe, if you play with either of them through Steam, then you absolutely cannot plug it into a USB 3 port. It has to be USB 2. I thought I got smart one day and I said, I'm going to do it as Bluetooth. And it worked so good until it didn't. It just completely screwed up. I don't know why that is, but yeah. So I've started marking down where I had some stuff on PlayStation as well. I've just got to figure out the quickest way to get there. Let me pull up my map. I've got them for a few of the maps, just to see if there's anything actually there. Where are we at? On PlayStation, I've got too much on my plate, period. On PlayStation, there are red deer drinking right here. Right about here. But I may have actually scared off stuff if there was anything here. Wild boar, red deer, red fox, and Euro rabbit. Tell you what, we're going to run around that end. We're actually just going to run around the side of it. I'll look for red deer elsewhere, but it's time for their zone time to end anyway. It ends at 10 o'clock, according to my notes. The next big project that I've been working on for Call of the Wild, I took a break from it, but I have to unlock everything on every map, and then I got to figure out a way to actually make a really high-resolution version. But basically what I am going to do is I'm going to have my game on my big TV up here, on my 4K TV. In fact, I may end up actually going through and setting that one down here. I don't know yet. What I want to do is have the TV where I can lift it up or down, basically. And it's just, it does not seem possible right now. I don't know of a way to do that. The only thing I can think of is to attach the arm. Attach the arm to something that I can lift up and lock into place on a track. But I don't trust any kind of track like that to hold the weight of my TV, you know? The only other thing I can think of is to get a huge monitor arm. Something for like a 50-inch. I've seen people with huge monitors, so I've actually seen monitors as big as my TV. And I might be able to hook that to a desk and then have a lift on the desk, but I don't know. And somebody told me the other day, if you get a thing to lift your desk, make sure that you get an electric motor one so that you don't have to roll it up. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's an option to roll it up? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, that's exactly what I would actually want, because that way I can set it wherever I want. This just ain't going nowhere. Go! I can set it wherever I want. I can pretty much go through and, well, we're just gonna scare it off. I don't care. Pretty much go through and I can roll it up, and I don't mind the exercise. So they said, yeah, people who get them don't do it because it's just too much work. I tell you what, if I wanted to do it, I would do it. I am trying to get up a mountain right now. I'm looking for each animal so that I can get their new scores for their medals, because they updated most of the old animals, I think, as well, with like new scores for their medals and stuff. Some of them they're about the same. Some of them are actually quite a bit different. So it seems I've actually seen several that are like 7 points off or so. I haven't in a long time. I used to go hunting squirrels a lot. Maybe we can look up and get us a fox over here. I used to go squirrel hunting quite a bit, but haven't been in a while. It was something I kind of done with my uncle and my grandpa passed away, so I haven't been since. All right, here it is. Okay. So let's go on in here and put down red fox. Now we just got that. So it went from 4.6 to 4.66, 10 to 10.03, and to 14.05. All right. Yeah, I would go out, and my grandpa was like the squirrel whisperer with his shotgun. You go squirrel hunting with him, he'd shoot one time, and you'd have 4 to 7 squirrels drop out of the darn trees. You're like, how the hell you do that? It was something else, I tell you. He'd always be like, hey, Michael, go pick them up. By the time we got home, the hair would be completely gone off their tails where I've been carrying them. My hands would be sweating so bad and stuff. Oh, I actually did not mean to do that. We're at 96,000 still, so that's fine. All right, we're going to go to another part of the map here, just here. And I still need to find a wild boar, a Euro rabbit. I am from North Carolina. A wild boar, a red deer, and a Euro rabbit. Let me look at my zone times. At 10 o'clock, red deer are going to be resting. I'm not so sure of where to look for them at. I know that they used to be up in this area, but I really don't know if they're going to be up there anymore. Let me look and see. I did not put down that there was any here. So... Really? It's hot. A little too hot, but yeah, it's pretty. Well, there's a fallow. Let's just go ahead and try to take one of those guys out. All right, she's going down, so we're good on the fallow then. I am almost out of the soft tip bullets I accidentally bought. I have been to Louisiana once. I actually really liked it there. I went to Shreveport on the way to Texas one time, and then on my way back, we just drove straight through, but I liked Shreveport. I'm not sure how we're going to go about trying to specifically hunt for like diamonds and stuff on geese anymore. Not that I really need another diamond Canada goose. Gosh, I've got like 8 of them. Yeah, I actually like the flatness of it. I live at the base of a mountain, and where I'm at, it's just up and down everywhere, and you go down on the river or something, and it's like climbing a mountain on the river every time you go down there and stuff. So all right, she's right there. Let's see if we can find us a red deer. I think we're gonna go ahead and put that on, and then put the polys back on. Never been in a landslide, thankfully. Surprising as much as it rains, because I'm in between a creek and a river and a mountain. And the river actually runs around the base of the mountain. All right. That's just a roe deer. So for fallow deer, I had not put fallow on here, but we do need the fallow. So add an 8 to that. Add an 8 to that. Add 2 to that. All right. I don't know what that is. Let me go check it out. I don't really want to... I don't want to just run, but... I see something. I think it's just a shadow. All right, that's what I'm looking for. I tell y'all, I was, before the update, before I took the break, I had gotten a diamond red deer here on Hirschfelden. I could not believe I actually got a diamond on Hirschfelden. It was kind of odd. I got like 4 or 5 diamonds that day on Hirschfelden, and then I got 1 or 2 troll bison as well. I'm going to go ahead and start this way because I believe when I was on PlayStation playing that I seen some over in this area sleeping. Oh, we still need to get another wild boar as well, so we need to look for them. Alright. Oops. Trying to do something else and I go into that. Want to go with the road, maybe. Yeah, I've been thinking about going and getting my hunting license back and all, and going squirrel hunting next season, though. My mom lives in the woods, and she's got about 1 million squirrels right there, and she got about 1 million squirrels there, and they've started trying to come into her house, and she's like, oh, hell no. So she says, I want you to go hunting out here. I'm like, all right, I hear you. All right. Is this a hill? Yeah, it looks kind of like one of those other hills I was on. I thought for sure I would have seen some around here somewhere. Let me just double check. Euro rabbit, wild boar, and I've got everything else on the map besides the red deer. So red deer, wild boar, Euro rabbit. Oh, how about that? There's actually a red deer right here in front of me, apparently. I did not get a audible call. I tell y'all, the first thing I'm going to do if they give me, if we get better internet here at any point, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to be popping up to 1080 60. By the way, if y'all are ever trying to Chromecast Twitch and it says this content can't be viewed or Chromecasted or something like that, I can tell y'all what the issue is. It is someone that is streaming in 1080 60. It can stream in 720 60, but it's basically, the old Chromecast are basically a 1080i device. So they can do 1080 30, but they can't do 1080 60, from my understanding. And to me, I like the 1080 60 or the 1080 30i, but I do think in a way that the 720 60p is a little bit better. All right, we got him. Red deer. All right, so the silver medal has been updated, and then the diamond now has a 0.07 on it. All right, so we need a wild boar and a Euro rabbit. That's not a bad red deer either. Good shot, too. All right, so a wild boar. Let me look. Wild boar are going to be resting right now. I'm going to go over here and pick this up, and I'm going to go up through here and just see if I can actually find anything. I'm mad because we got a wild boar to start with, and then there's one right there. We got one, and then I forgot to actually look. $98,000. We about to break 100,000. I'll have to watch that later, bad sir. If I was going to Medved next, it might be one thing to... Might be one thing to try to, just get the boar there, but I don't really want to spend the money on changing the time and stuff either. And it doesn't matter if it's male, female, whatever. I just got to get one down. Okay, so that is a stand. I do not want to do it yet. Sorry, I'm checking out the ad manager. Got him. Her, whatever it was. All right. So that was a level 3 male light brown. That's actually that's really good shot on that one. So the update is 37.5. Yes, yes. Okay, they did update it. So now we only need to find a Euro rabbit, and I'm going to have to actually try to remember where the Euro rabbit was. I don't think I have wrote any of them down. I don't know. I think I did write some of them down. Let me look. All right. So I'm thinking that's just a nice looking one there. I like him. I'm thinking that the Euro rabbit I found was, there's some right here. I'm gonna have to probably reset my time. If it's between 5 and 9, 12 and 16, and 23, no, 19 and 23, that's when they'll be out. So it is not quite 12. We do have our shotgun though. Need to listen to Whiskey in the Jarro. I know I've already got a moose, and I'm pretty sure I've already done the moose thing. Yeah, I have. So black bear is our first, and I have a max weight black bear, so we're going to actually reset our time. I think it's between 9 and 12 that zone was. I just want to see what it is. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up here in the stuff. I think that there's some here. I don't know for sure. Well, no, I was on PlayStation, so there might not even be mounds over here. I need to actually check and see. I think that is a mound right there, though. I don't know. Bad, as soon as I have finished the information update, and all I have to do is copy my information, I don't know. At that point, me and you can play some more Outriders, man. I'm sorry I got caught up in this. I wasn't expecting it to be absolutely this much stuff, so... I think it would be better to go to Teo Aurora because I know that I had picked up some of them there. I don't see the mounds here, so they must actually not be here in this place. Wouldn't that be amazing for mounds to just suddenly come up? I'm going to say that where I had them on PlayStation was about right here. So yeah, basically the same place. Well, we're just going to sit here for a minute. It's 12:03. Wait a minute. Did I just see one? I did mark down another place. I don't have a quick way to get to it, though. Yeah. I am not sure. What you do, you get up in that barn, and I think that's the barn. I used to hunt, what do you call it out of it? Wild boar. They would be laying, I don't know if that's the one or not, but there's another barn like that somewhere on this map. So there's clearly no mounds here that I can see. I guess that was a goose. I'm a little bit confused about what's going on with my hunting pressure, too. I put down some hunting pressure in the one area that we just went to, where I got that red deer and the wild boar. I had hunting pressure there when I actually loaded the game up, I thought. I didn't touch that. I don't know why this game does that mess. That's a nice one. So anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. You go into the barn. you can come in there. You just go up here. And yeah, it's not this barn, but you can literally lay right here. And if there's a rabbit out here, if there was a rabbit out here, you can just lay here and shoot and shoot and shoot. All right, let me see here. I've had them around here before. I don't know if there might be any here or not. It was right at this intersection. I have had them there before. Hirschfelden is a beautiful map. I wish that... Now, I hope... I'm not going to say that it's not now, but I wish that all of this time that it had been as good, like with the animal population as the others. Unfortunately, sometimes the older maps seem like they become very lackluster. They lose their polish over time. Hirschfelden used to be much better than Leighton Lakes when the game first come out for making money because of the bison. And if you wanted rifle score and stuff, the best way to get rifle score was to take the 243 and go hunt bison with it. And it would take 8 shots or so with the soft point tips, but I can't tell you how many thousands probably of bison that we killed. I'll say we probably killed at least 1,000 to 1,500. Bad sir, since you are my manager, my community manager, and all of that, I'm going to leave it up to you. I want you to look in to what other games we play that people put out shorts of, or like YouTube shorts or TikToks of, since I'm trying to do highlights, and see if you can send me a few of those creators so I can see what kind of highlights they're doing. What the mess now? Hey, you've got a job to do, man. You're the manager, so... So we are looking for rabbits right now, European rabbits. I need to get at least one European rabbit dead. And what we're doing is I am updating my information spreadsheet. Once it is fully updated, I can update a few other things. It'll be the animals by map spreadsheet will be next. It will be, after that, the website and the hunt plans. Speaking of other web or other information sheets, just to let it be known, I may I don't know, but I may combine. I may end up combining the Where's it at? Where's it at? All right, I see him. I don't see the... All right, we're gonna have to spray. What the heck? I just seen the burrow. Okay, so that's a feed zone for them. That's fine. I literally just seen the burrow from further back, but I can't see it from here. All right, this is a female zone. So anyway, what I was going to say, the information sheets, the mobile version of the zone times, I may actually end up putting it into one of the other sheets, into the regular one, and I may end up just scrapping out those altogether. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do that or not, but it's potential that I may. Just put it that way. It is a potential that I may. I'm not going to scrap the hunt time or the hunt zones. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what I call it. The hunt plans sheet. I'm not going to scrap it because it's very helpful for me. But some of the stuff, I would like to change up the animals by map to be incorporated into the normal one and actually... Okay, hold on. Here we are. I'd like to incorporate them into the normal one in a different manner. Basically replace the ones that we have with new ones. They wouldn't be sortable, but it would give you all of the information you needed there in one. I just don't know if people would like that or not. That's kind of the whole thing for me, is I don't know if people are going to really like that. Alright, I've got to get a distance on that little gal right there. About 23 yards out. And she's gone. There. All right, we got one of them. So we got the burrow here on our map now. I know there is one down here. and a dark brown. They have been updated. So, European rabbit, 1.24, 1.92, 2.42. All right, there we go. So Hirschfelden is done. There's only 2 actual burrows. No, there's a third one. Okay. They all ran and jumped in that one. Just make sure that we didn't get another one. All right. To Leighton Lake we go. I am going to go ahead and probably reset my time once we get there. All right. I might. Give me just a second to... Yeah. This zone right here, Black Bear... Oh, wait a minute. 12 to 16. We're in the right zone time. We are in the right zone time. So let me do this first. I'm going to post them map by map. If I've already got one, if I already have one, then I will just look at it once I have got there. So that's fine. Those are good. We've got Leighton now. So I do not need a whitetail. I think we may actually be too close. We may have spawned in too close to this for this bear to be here. I may need to actually back out and go back the other way and then come back in. But I am actually going to crawl for the most part here because this could potentially be something nice. I don't know. I don't see too many max weight black bears, so... Everybody's saying that Reventuli is such a great moose map and all. I'm going to tell y'all right now, Reventuli's cool for moose from what I have seen, but absolutely, without a doubt, the best moose map is still Medved. I've seen, when I was going through Medved for the zone times, oh my god, there were moose everywhere. There's an elk here. Black bear, blacktail, coyote, mallard, elk, and jackrabbit. Wait a minute. What was that? If I remember correctly, its zone was actually down here, so we should be good on that. I actually found like 4 or 5 zones for this one black bear, but who knows if I'll even see a zone this time. What was interesting was it was at the end of this. It was like 1530 when I found the zone, and I think it goes to 1600. But when I went through, I literally had like 7 spaces it had sort of walked down this hill to, and it was very hard to actually figure out which direction it went. Bad, I have been thinking about this a lot, and I'm going to tell y'all my idea, my plan. If y'all want to steal this from me, it's fine. Somebody else can start it. I'm fine with that. But y'all heard it first here. It will be archived, so y'all will know that. But I'm going to start a challenge there on TikTok, I think. Be the nicest person you can be. Treat everyone with respect. See what kind of videos people get. Wouldn't it be awesome to get a video of just somebody running up, and instead of knocking them in the back of the head or something, run up there and open a door for them and say, "This way, madam, this way, sir," or "Here you go." Wouldn't that be awesome for people to actually be nice like that? These challenges that they have on TikTok are just insanely stupid. People eating Tide Pods and stuff. What in the world? I just don't understand that. I could understand if a child done something like that. You know, children are susceptible to things that people show them and stuff, but for the most part, I think it was adults and teenagers that was doing that dumb mess. $13.33. Let's just make sure that this does say 12 to 16 for black bear. Oh, we got a black tail as well. All right. Since this is a max weight track, I don't necessarily want to take out the elk. I want to see if I can find the bear So if it was not a max weight bear, I would just go guns blazing through here, but I do wish I had my bow with me, though. This is a beautiful map, y'all. It's so strange that I'm actually making noise while I'm crawling here. So bad. What kind of shorts do you think I should do for something like Borderlands style game? Maybe boss runs or something? Maybe like jumping into the boss arena, the final few seconds of it, if it's not, or if it's too long, and showing the loot, or what do you think? Because I wouldn't mind doing something, a Borderlands style game like that, but for Outriders, there's actually no bosses you can really do that way. Oh, bad. You know what? Who says I have shorts on when I'm making shorts? Oh gosh, they heard me, I know. I tell you, when it's hot and I ain't on camera, hell, even when it's cold and I ain't on camera, you never know. I might have on 100 layers or Nothing at all. Just depends on how I'm feeling right that minute. I have to say, I found a concert, a Nightwish concert, several bands actually. It was Hellfest or something is what it was called. And it was a it was Nightwish playing, I think, an hour and a half. And then there was Epica and 2 or 3 other bands like that. And Nightwish is always really good. Fleur is one of the best singers in the world. But I was just like, what in the heck? Because it was, I don't know, something was off about it. I think it to me it seemed like where she was trying to actually sing Marco's old parts as well. I honestly think that she was straining her voice more than she meant to, and it was just like you could tell that something was up. I don't think we're going to find this bear. I've yet to see a single track from this bear even. I'm going to try to go up this direction and see if maybe he's up in here, because I did find prints for him over there. I actually scrapped the video footage of that. I was making this into an actual video. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and start recording. I was making this into a video to start with when I found his track. I was going to hunt him down, but I never could actually find him after that. We're going to try to get up under one of these trees. There's some tracks right there that look suspiciously spaced out. I know that he started up there and worked his way down and around, but besides that, I don't know. Have y'all noticed that now if you pull your gun up, the dog will run to get behind you? I think that this is elk. We might end up just taking out one of them elk and coming back here later. I have a sneaking suspicion that this bear is going to drink at night at this lake. And I've on okay. Why am I making so much noise here? I shouldn't be making this much noise. I had quite a bit of footage I actually deleted. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get where this... I don't understand why sometimes an animal's print is there and sometimes it's not. Like, this bear should be here. I'm just going to run around. I'm going to look and just see if I can find it. See, there's absolutely no bear tracks here. What the heck? I know that this is its zone. I clearly have it on my map that this is its zone. From 12 to 16. Wait. Was that a bear track? No. Blacktail 209 is a max weight blacktail. That's what I thought. So our bear is not in this area. It should be, but it's not here. I don't understand that. But you know, I did say maybe I came in too close. But then why were the elk there, you know? I am actually just trying to find a bear print. All right. All right, I'm not going to just hold off. If I see what I'm looking for at all, I'm going to go ahead and try to take a shot on it. So, in most places, I actually think that Layton Lake is, or that Hirschfelden is prettier than Layton Lake. But some places on Layton are gorgeous. All right, we got a blacktail down. So if we get 275 away, that's about when stuff will start coming in. If you have spawned in too close to it, if you go about 275 away, that is about the time that it'll come in. So, all right, this is a gray brown. This is our blacktail. All right, blacktail is now done. Okay. We completed a mission. All right. So up here where we were at, looking for the bear, it's still within time. And if that bear is going to be up here, it will probably be here now that we have run 300 and some yards away. I'm hoping so anyway. I tell y'all, I wish I could figure out how they used the little birds in the fields as indicators. I know that they use them as some sort of indicator, but I'm just not sure exactly what it is that they do. I think they're supposed to be doves and crows, but I have absolutely, I've noticed several times that when they start going away, that's when animals will start spooking and stuff. So if they notice you, you know to sort of back off. Jackrabbit. My goal is to clear all this pressure away. What I was going to say is on PlayStation, I had pressure around a lake. And when I was, I had wiped out a zone there. And with the reset, it actually put stuff back there. And my hunting pressure didn't seem to matter. So, I don't know. I don't know if hunting pressure is going to... I don't know how that works. I know that it's there, but I don't know why it doesn't go away with a reset. Oh, goodness. If our bear is here, then he's going to be here in this... he should be here this time. So... I don't know. That time I did that. Accidentally hit it. Although I don't think that our bear is going to show up. I think what's going on is that our bear would have been here if we had to come in from a different place to start with. But since we didn't, I don't know where he's going to be at. Yeah, the little leaf zones on the ground where they sleep and stuff. Yeah, he should have had one right in here. Somewhere in here, but he's not here apparently. What I want to do is run back this way now and see if I can pick up a zone. Who knows, we might be able to. Because it is... If we ran out of the way there, then we might actually find something now. Because we went out, he could have spawned in, and when we fast travel back over here, he could now be here. Or have been here. If I'm not mistaken, the first place I seen a track for him was right up under some of these trees right in here. Let me look. You know what? I looked at... I did mark him down where I found him, so this is actually where I found him, was up here. Where I found his track. I don't know, maybe animals despawn or something? Even if I'm running, I should probably be able to pick up one of these coyotes. Reason being is I've got the I got the M1 and it should just smoke it. Look at here. We found his track. His track way up here. So odd. No other tracks around. This has gotten me thinking that this has got to be a big bear. Has to be a big bear. Why don't we go up here and see if there's any prints from him up here? Maybe he has moved zones on us or something? Yeah, I'm not too scared of, like, making him run or anything. I just want to find some more evidence of him. We did just pick up his track, which is a good thing, but I don't know how to hunt something that you can't frickin' find. Okay. So this is a coyote spot, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow. He's nice. He was actually a rather large black-tailed deer. Now, I will definitely take a Roosevelt elk if I can grab one. Or a coyote. Either one of them I am going to go for now. Coyote especially, and I don't care if I mess it up, as long as it's a, you know, a small one or something. So I have hit 2 hours. I was planning on this stream being being a little bit of a shorter one. So I want to finish Layton at least, and then I'm probably going to set back on my PlayStation and figure out some of the other stuff. All right. So this is our elk. All right, elk is done. Cool. Lower neck. Took it out. All right, let's try to pick up its track. All right, so yeah, it was trotting. This track is gone. What the heck? Okay, here it is. So we're gonna go back this way because we know that this is his zone down here. I'm wondering if I just... Wait, check this out. We've got another one. This might lead us to him. By the way, Bad, I will be back on later today, to do Greedfall. If we don't find this guy and get him, we will take the first black bear that we can find. It's just knowing that there is a max weight out here. It's like, hey, you know, could it be something special? And who knows? It might be something special. It might be just a turd. I'm always greedy in the fall. I am going to, after my stream here, I'm going to go down. I'm going to pull out the ribs, heat them so-and-so's up, and have a good barbecue time. Man, I loved them ribs. They were so good. This very well could actually be a different bear. Where is this guy going? Oh, 8 to 12:30. Okay. Right here where we're at, I think we're gonna reset our time and maybe. In that case, that's not the same bear. We've got 2 max weight bears out here. To my knowledge, if an animal's zone ends at 12:30, its next zone has to start at 12:30. If it ends at 12, then its next zone has to start at 12. They cannot end and stuff on at a different time. Okay. So we know that it's a 8:30 to 12:30 thing. We're going to go ahead and go back up there and try to get it, I think. If you look, it says 8:30 to 12:30. So yeah, let's set it for 9:31. All right, so y'all know I am recording. So we are on the trail of a max weight black bear. I'm having some difficulty finding it. I found tracks several times, but I've never seen it. And my goal is to try to get down here and actually find it. See what it is, take it out for respawns, and get the information we need. So looking up here, I'm wondering if maybe it eats in here or over this way somewhere. Probably a dumb thing I just done there. Just keep walking. If it's something big, it will have run. So now that we actually found an entire trail, though, I'm not so sure of what it could be. I am going to go ahead and spray. I'm going to make sure that I have ammo. Okay. If it wasn't for that lake being completely covered in pressure, I wouldn't even worry about this. I would just check the lake at drink zone time, but I don't know. It seems like the home ranges for animals have been changed quite a bit, and what they used to do was they would go all over. They might go over an entire map, but I have checked some and followed them for like 24 hours, 2 or 3 different animals, and or found all of their zones, I should say. You do it by backtracking. Once you find one, you can backtrack usually to at least 2 others. You know, I should have got the bear collar. That would have been a good thing to have. Now, if they could add smell to the game to where you could actually smell the animals and stuff, yeah. It's a rock. What you get, Charlie Brown? I got a rock. There are no prints here, so he may not be here yet. We're literally crawling along the trail that he came in before. So he might not be here. And I'm pretty sure he's not here. Either that or he came in a different direction and he sat down somewhere and he's already picked up and went somewhere else. Usually if your dog is walking slow beside of you, that means that there's actually an animal nearby. Otherwise, they'll be running around and stuff. So this bear is not here, has not been here. I don't know. I just don't know. It says that he could go up to this direction. Let's put it along here. He may have just went to another spot. Let's put it up here a little bit. Well, if that's in that line, I'm going to say probably right about there, actually. That's a good line between that. So, they seem to... If you find it in one spot, and it can be wherever that zone is, that little zone thing is usually in the middle of it, so who knows where he's at. Wait a minute, let's check. It does say 8:30 and it's 10:05, so this bear is not where he's supposed to be. Something is not right with this. It's almost like it's telling you the wrong zone time or something. I don't know. I don't know what's up with this. This is just odd. You know, if we can't find an animal in their zone, how are we actually going to hunt the thing? This bear is obviously not here. Not at all. He's not been here. I don't know. I am not sure about this at all. All I can figure is that this guy is coming in later than it says. You know, I don't understand why it had done this on Layton, but before they released Rancho, whitetails got messed up really bad here on Layton. And this reminds me of that. Their zones would be here, and you would know where their zones were and what time they were supposed to be in them. But they were supposed to drink at like 12 or something. I don't remember. But what happened was, instead of that, they would be there at like either 7 in the morning or 7 at night. It was, whatever it was like 6 hours away from when it was supposed to be. And they would be there. And that was just something very odd for me, was that they were in their zone, but at the wrong time. And I have a feeling that's exactly what's going on with this bear. So that means that we tracked this bear from here. And unless we see some sort of evidence of this bear, I'm assuming that he is actually probably back up there or in that other zone or something. Since this was a fresh track, it looked like, I'm thinking that that bear should be up here, and it should be a feed zone, I think. Wait, look. Oh, we jumped him up. Okay. He was right here just now. Where is it? Where is it? There. All right, we've got our bear. He is over here somewhere. That means that this bear was just coming into this zone at 10:45. Okay, this bear should have been here much earlier than this. What is going on with this thing? All right. We're going to try our best to spot it. So he was trying to come back. We won't see him anymore today. Oh well. Okay, I could have taken that coyote if I'd have seen it in time. I am going to take one of these with... Okay, we got it. Okay, I got you. He went up here, he turned around, and he came back to this. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. So... maybe we'll find this bear on our way back. But we'll have the coyote done at least. This is an animal I'm going to have to just come back and try to hunt later, I think. I don't think that it's going to be worth me actually hunting. Track. For right now, it's not going to be worth actually hunting, so... Alright, here is our coyote. Alright, that was a long shot and got it, but let's look here. Coyote has been done now, and it is alright, coyote is finished. We got tracks for everything except for what we're looking for. Wait a minute, does that say a need zone? It does. So, down here is where we need to be looking. He may have turned around and went another way. Why is it this mouse does that? Do not understand that whatsoever. I think if we get this, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. And I'll just look up the other things on PlayStation. The Jackrabbit and the... the Jackrabbit and the other thing. The Mallard Duck. I'll probably get the Mallard Duck on Reventuli anyway. Hey, wait a minute now. Okay. See, that was very fresh a few minutes ago. I don't know. I'm going to go hunt around some of the other areas here soon. I'm going to hunt here for mallard ducks because I know at 5 to 7, off the top of my head, I know where they have a zone. I think this is a lost cause right now, to be 100% honest. I don't think that this is even worth pursuing. So, I had actually put down a lot of tents. And when I actually came here the other day, I think just about all of my tents that I had. I don't know if there's any still here on my map now, but I had put down about 10 tents on this map since the last time I had streamed, and it said a beaver had failed them, and every single one of my tents is gone now. It has happened on all of my maps, at least to one tent or another. It's like in Yukon, one of my really good tents was gone. In, I can't remember, oh yeah, Tower Aurora, one tent that I had is completely gone, and I don't think it actually even gave it back to me. It's the one in the most bottom left corner, where I used to hunt the hogs and stuff. So I need to check. That's what I thought. I'm a little bit confused about something. I had a setup of mallard duck decoys on this map as well, and yeah, they're no longer anywhere on this map. I had actually come into this lake right here and put some decoys in, because I had found that was a spot that they would actually come into, and nah, nothing now. So I found that moose are in the middle of the bottom in this area, and all up and down of the left side. Black bear are all over pretty much. So, whitetail are no longer in some of the spots where they used to be, and they're in the same places that moose are now. The up the left side and then lower middle. They're not. There used to be some really awesome, I mean, just absolutely amazing whitetail spots. You know what? I was thinking about the old ways of hunting them, and yeah. So, like up here, where I used to hunt whitetail all the time at those two lakes there, they're no longer there at all. Roosevelt elk used to be all over across here, up here, like everywhere. Now, Roosevelt elk, from what I had seen, they're kind of in here and up and down here, but they're no longer down here at all, and up here either, and that just is very upsetting to me, because I used to hunt over there all the time. So the Roosevelt elk and the blacktail, I believe, were actually about in the same spot. So if I'm not mistaken, you can no longer hunt moose or whitetail where you hunt your blacktail or your Roosevelt elk. So we're going to try to get a mallard duck. I'm not remembering exactly the times, so I think it's 11:58. I tell you what, I'm getting hungry. Sleepy and hungry. I should come out here. I think I'm going to have to wait an hour is what it is, because they should be feeding, if I'm not mistaken. So they actually have a feeding zone and a resting zone, and they will go to them. And I have on PlayStation, I found tons of them. And like on when I was playing on my laptop on Reventuli for the geese, I found their zones and stuff. And then on PlayStation for Hirschfelden, it took me forever to find an actual zone that said a goose zone, and it all lined up the same. So you know what? I don't think I'm going to look for these right now because it's at like an hour before they're going to be out. If it's 12, we might be able to catch this guy here, or actually come on down here and catch this one. Now we are gonna fast travel back over here and attempt to see. We'll see how it goes. Although I gotta say, I do think that these are different bears. Do. So we need, like I said, we need black bear, mallard, and white-tailed jackrabbit. If we can get a white-tailed jackrabbit, then I might get something somewhere else. What is this? Wait a minute. Okay. I almost wonder if these animals despawn sometimes. It truly does make you wonder if maybe it's possible that they despawn. Give me just a second. All right. So this is the only max weight bear track I've seen over here. But we actually have something. That looked black. I'm wondering if this is it, y'all. This is either an elk or my bear. I know I just heard an elk, but this could be my bear. Nope, okay. All right. We're literally where we were before, I think. Where we had the two that were laying down here. Give me a second. I'm going to look up something really quick. Whitetail jackrabbit are going to be hard to find, I think. You know, our bear may have moved a different way or something. I don't know. He may have vacated and went a different direction or anything. I don't know. I think the only way to get him back is to reset the game. Not reset it, but to like exit out and come back in and all of that. But yeah, we're not going to do that right now. So what I'm thinking is I am going to go to Silver Ridge and get me a black bear. And I will go to Reventuli and try to get me one of the others. A mallard, if I don't see one. Because it's now, well, you know what? Now might be a good time to try to find them. So we have got where he actually came in here. And then we've got this poop here. This is where he turned around. So yeah, I don't see any other prints here, so he did not come back that I see. That's a max weight. How far away is that guy? This bear is gone until we reset, so I'm not even worried about it. Oh, crap. Oh, sorry. This is going to probably drop me out. I accidentally hit something, and I did not mean to. I'm going to have to take that off of there, I think. All right. Perfect shot. We've already got our blacktail. I think they were the first ones. We're looking for a 177.58 if we look for them. So let's go ahead and go ahead and accept him. He's not too bad. I'm over here jamming to, I'm going to try to go down this way, but on PlayStation, I was, right in here. I actually had a bunch of rabbits, so I want to check. But anyway, I'm jamming to, Opeth over here today. Enjoying me some music. It's really low. I can barely hear it at all, but it's like the lower something is and the longer you listen to something that's low, the louder it gets to you. So I can hear the game perfectly clear, and then I can hear that as well. We got white-tailed jackrabbit here, so... They've changed the calls of the blacktail and stuff. They're completely different now. Alright, we're going to head down this way. Okay, 6 to 10:30. I'm hoping that there are some ducks here on this lake. I'm gonna change to nighttime and go hunting a bear, I guess. Or we'll just get the bear on Silver Ridge, and I'll come back here and make a video of getting that black bear, maybe? I don't know. That black bear there is just... he's a pain in the butt. I wish I knew where I could find him at otherwise, but... as you see, we've got so much pressure there. I just think that there's too much pressure for him to be around right now. I think that's what's going on, is it's just way too much pressure. Alright, it is after 1300, so we should have mallard ducks out here somewhere. I am going to attempt to find some. I'm positive that there's going to be mallards on this lake. Well, wait, look. There are mallard ducks, but they're up under the damn thing over there. Okay. That's actually a big duck. It's too short. All right. Where are they? They're 391 out. Now she's resting. Sorry, y'all. Deal with that for just a second while I figure out. Well, crap, I think that they actually went somewhere. I'm going to mark where they were. And they are definitely gone. But I think that there is a... I think there's a rabbit under that tree. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to attempt to shoot one of these guys with this. There's a piebald one. Let's go for him if we can. Got it. Alright, we got the piebald one, so we got ourselves a mallard. Yeah, we only got one, so we're... No, we got two of them! Yeah, we got two. I'm wondering if that's the only group of mallard ducks out here. I don't know exactly what it is that was... It's been being talked about, but I was told by another content creator that they fixed a glitch in the game. I thought glitches are bad, you know. But apparently, whatever it is that they fixed, people are mad about it, that they fixed it. I don't know what it is. So, if y'all happen to know what it is, let me know. Oh my gosh, they've changed the way that they look. All right. They have definitely changed the mallard ducks. They've got them blue on them now. That's really good looking. Mallard duck 9-6. Oops. Put an 8 and a 1. That's just a really good looking one there. I like that. And do that. Oh, that's a piebald female. I know I've got some. I wonder if I wonder why they put the blue on them and stuff. They do look really, really good, though. They look just beautiful. I think that piebald ducks have become a common thing, kinda. All right. So let's come back here. Let's set our time for about 21. All right. I'm going to go back to this lake I was just at, and we're going to attempt to just look across and see if we can find a bear anywhere. Most likely, we either find something or not, I guess. As long, that doesn't look too bad now. I feel like if there's anything going to be here, that it might come back into this area now. I'd like to completely clear that out, but that's going to take a lot of work. So I would like to go down to the bottom left lake and see what's down there. Sorry, I'm reading something. You know, the first ever, even mythical black bear I seen, they used to be so rare. The first one I ever seen was on this lake, right where we're going, and I chased that thing for so long with the 7mm. I miss the days of seeing the whitetail and blacktail side by side. I really liked seeing them like that. All right, let's run up this direction. And just sort of glass around. Oh, well, there we go, right there. How far out is he? He is 375. We're going to get as close as we can. I don't even care if I hit him in the head. I'm just going to take him out. Don't. All right. What we're going to do is switch our scope. All right, she's going down. We got us a bear. Can't shoot anything else in that area, so I didn't think about it, but yeah, we can't shoot anything else over there. I am going to go look at the thing I have here. So as soon as we get this one, we're going to go up here. I still need a white-tailed jackrabbit. You know, if it wasn't so darn hot in the day, I would love to actually be up and go out and do some things. But our air conditioner's not working right in the car. Oh, it's just a nightmare right now. You go somewhere, and by the time you get there, you are just absolutely so wringing wet with sweat. You need to go home and take a bath before you can go again. And that really sucks. All right, here's our black bear. And they did not change the black bear. All right. So let's go here. I just want to see if I can find this thing. If I can find this bear here. There we go. If I can find this bear here, then I'll know he's here. Unless it's something special, I don't think I'm gonna take a shot. But if it's something special, I might go ahead and take a shot. But I have put down enough pressure that I should be able to take one shot, I think. If not, if things come back, it'll be fine. But because I do not want to I don't want to wait. I don't think that I don't want to just mess around and crawl in and nothing be here, basically. So black bear is going to drink until 100, 300, I don't know. Oh, y'all give me a second. I accidentally closed speech chat. Trying to read what Bad sent me. Okay. I'm not gonna say that. Not gonna say that we're gonna take anything right now, but I just want to check and see what's out here. If I find a zone, then I find a zone, and if not, then I know that it's probably still too much pressure here. I just don't know where. You know, actually, it would drink there. That's the only other place. Well, maybe there. So okay, so there is a bear zone here now. They are drinking here. I've noticed that at this lake, if they're not right here, which there's nothing here, that they are either right there or they're up in there and you can't see them. Whatever is drinking, and that's where I got that level 3 jackrabbit, so I don't know. Oh shit, it's a legendary. Oh my god. So right there, we have been looking all over, and there we go. It is a legendary right there. Okay. Thank you very much for that follow. He's 250 out. I want to get a little closer, and I'm going to try to get him to stand up or something. I don't know why he's doing that. He's doing the crap that the lynx used to do, or the bobcats, where they would constantly turn. You can't take a shot on an animal doing that. He must be worrying a whole lot or something. All right, we're going to mark him. Yeah, I can tell you we're going to wipe this zone out. I don't want to wipe this zone out. I don't know if I should attempt to do this or not. Especially with him turning like that, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. It says he's attentive. Come on. Come on. Bad. Why are you sending me a message when you know that I'm in the middle of something? Got him! All right. Yeah, we wiped it out. We wiped it out. Oh my gosh. So I was trying to actually record the, I tried to do the toggle buffer to get my reaction when I seen him, but I accidentally cut it off instead of grabbing it. I didn't want to get him when he was drinking because the bear glitch is still here. No, I would prefer that if I'm streaming, if you got something to say, you can say it here in the chat, or wait till later, unless I ask you to send me something. That's what I would prefer, Bad. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that we finally found a bear. I don't know if it's him or not, but... I don't want to know that. Okay. And he is a diamond! A dark diamond. 8,000. There we go. I still have to go back over there and see if I can find those zones and stuff. That was a great shot on him. Perfect shot. If you aim a little bit high, you won't get the bear glitch, it seems. I don't know why, but you won't get it. But so, session score, I guess because we dropped him right where he was, but that is our first black bear diamond after the reset. I'm very happy with that. I still need a whitetail jackrabbit, but I'm not going to be going after that right now. I'm going to wait and do that, and I think I'm just going to end there with a good kill, and I'm going to go get me some food, and we will see how things go. So, Bad Sir, everybody else, thank y'all for joining me, and I will read whatever it was you said, Bad Sir. Stray releases in 2 weeks. Okay, why couldn't you say that in here, man? You can say a game is releasing in 2 weeks in here. So, yeah, whitetail jackrabbit's the only thing that we need to find. I think I would rather do it elsewhere. Just not right now, so... Anyway, I will see y'all later today on Greedfall, and we're going to play at least 2 hours of that, and I don't know what time it'll be, but that's all, and see you next time.